So a video in which the Osun State First Lady, Titilayo Adeleke, was seen being glammed up by a female police officer trended over the weekend. Now, we've discussed over time on this table how our police officers are seen to be hired by top people in the society. And the question is, how, again, do we see the image of our police officers? What comes to mind when you see a police officer? What are your thoughts on this? This went viral, and we'd just like to hear Nigerians' views. Let me start with Mariam. BC, you want to start? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, okay. I'm faulting the person who did this video. Yes, the person who posted this video. Everything is not for the public eye. Because there's something I always say, let your good not be evil spoken of. They could have had a relationship, and she could have offered, to say, Madam, maybe she had called somebody to help her, and she said, Madam, let me help you. And she was allowed to help. But putting the video outside, we already have a funny image about our police. We already have an image where we mostly do not respect our police personnel. We mostly feel like the rich and mighty and politicians can use them as servants. And we sort of, it reduces the respect that we have for them. And so posting this video now is sort of going to reiterate how Nigerians feel already about their police personnel. And it's not good at all. The person who posted this video should apologize. It's not everything should be in the public space, right? Because we must respect the uniform. Whether it's happening in the closet or as we are friends, but then you are a police officer and you're helping me out, you should not go out there, because the public will always have a misconception based on the image of the police. And also it will bring down the respect that we have for the police. When you see them tomorrow on the street, you look at nobody, this one's where they carry handbag, they wear earrings and all of that. They're just there to serve our VIP. So I'm really against the way the video came out.
Let me come to you, Mariam. What are your thoughts on this?
The context is key. My goodness, at first the message was a policewoman glamming up the wife of the governor. So I imagined a full makeup artist. She was there doing the makeup, and then it just looked like her earring was falling off. Anybody could have done that for her. Oh, ma, your earrings is just dropped. Don't worry, I'll help you. Or she sees her struggling with it.
Goes back to narrative.
Help us, please. Like, imagine if they just catch you at not even a bad time. Take a picture of you in such a way that it can have like different interpretations. That police lady also may even be so proud of that little video and say, look at me helping the, they're just different things. This is not to say that I do not find this distasteful when government officials misuse the police officers assigned to them. Those who are made to carry their handbags, carry their children's luggage and put in the car, things like that. But this is not the case, at least based on this video. If it went ahead and then she tied her wrapper and wore her shoes, fixed her hair, did the makeup, now that's a problem. But anyone, I'm walking the road sometimes, my ears, almost anybody will stop and say, please, your earrings falling off, let me help you. Imagine if a little boy sees me, maybe in rags, sees me and they'll say, I put him to work. And before she dashes money, she wears slavery, she put him to work to fix her earrings for her. May God help us. I just think that this is mischievous.
So we need to, the IGP needs to issue a firm directive to police officers. We cannot have police officers wearing uniform, carrying umbrella, carrying handbag, doing menial services for the people they are meant to protect. We can't. We are already struggling with loving our police officers. We are struggling with respecting our police officers. The police image already needs to be revamped. They need to be revamped. We cannot afford to have this kind of video come out. It doesn't matter the context. It doesn't matter what was the intention. It doesn't matter if the earring was falling down and they're trying to fix the earring. The point is, it looks bad, it paints the police bad. But there is no rule against it. So I don't think that this will come across as disobeying a rule. Make a rule. Tell your police officers, this is not part of your job. When they give you bag, you say, sir, madam, this is not part of my job, ma. My job is to be your orderly. I stand behind you, not carry your bag, not carry your umbrella, not serve as your PA or EA. Once we are able to establish that for VIPs, we will begin to respect police officers more. Police officers shouldn't be caught doing any of these menial jobs. By the time it is a law, we will start changing it. Is this a menial job?
So what I'm hearing is, You know what coaches tell you? You must be intentional.
Thank you.
The same thing in this situation. We understand there is nothing wrong in a woman helping another woman. Really.
Thank you, that's it.
But the truth is, because I am intentionally trying to revamp the police, I'm intentionally trying to change the image of the police, I issue out a directive across to all my police. Once you are in that uniform,
no, don't
regardless, in fact, let her paper fall down from, you cannot
let them call the PA.
even if they pick it up, you can't be recorded. You must be conscious of the fact that this recording can go in. I don't want my IGP to see this video, so please don't record. I want to help out with their hearing. Don't record me. So is that intentionality? The same way that the president says, I want to do renewed hope. If you are being intentional, you won't carry 1,400 people to court, because the truth is that it's an intentional revamping. You have to be very careful of what people see, what they hear, how they interpret it. So it's about that intentional measures we must take individually as various MDAs, various ministries, various security operatives. We must be intentional about it. So nothing is wrong with what we saw, but somebody must realize that regardless of the context, we must not see a police. We are trying to rebuild the police force.
Yeah, and I agree with you. So once you are on that uniform, there are certain things that should be forbidden for you because you're wearing that uniform. If she was on Mufti and doing what she was doing, nobody will raise an eyebrow. But because that uniform is involved, the uniform represents our security, it represents our power, it represents our strength, and it must carry respect. So I like the angle that you went, that even the police people themselves can say no. I will not be able to do this. This is not my job description. Not because she doesn't love the madam anymore, but because once she's on that uniform, the uniform must take precedence. The uniform must be respected. The uniform must be put first so that we can revamp the image that we have. I'm sure in other countries, and they see their person doing that, they won't have that issue because normally they don't have the sort of disrespect we have for our own police people. So they won't see. I've seen police on the streets, in US and other countries, really kneeling down to help citizens. You understand? Something can happen, they help you pick it up, they pick up the toys for the child and all of that. They are not castigated the way we castigate ours. So we need a rebranding of our police. When we get to that point where we can now allow some things because we can now separate it, we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay,
so we must be careful.
Good morning, Yakub. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good
morning, everyone. Yeah, I totally agree with Obi. Because first and foremost, what is the primary responsibility of a policeman attached to First Lady of the governor in the state? Even by extension to First Lady of Nigerian, in person of Shifolure Tinubu as a case study. So the primary responsibility is not to fix the hearing or to hear the shoot or do any other thing except or delay. And then let me tell you this, Murayo, I stand to be corrected. One thing I knew in this country is that for the fact that they even attached this police officer to the wife of the governor, some of them brought themselves through, because it will be very happy for her to become an ordinary first lady of a state. That is the truth, because you see the situation that we find ourselves in this country. How many police officers we even have? Talk less of a lady go ahead as a police officer and started fixing the hearing. Yes, it may not be wrong in other crimes, but here in Nigeria, it is so wrong, because can she do that for ordinary citizens in this country? She will never do that. But even you, Morayo, if you're hearing for and the police officer saw it, she will never pick it up. She does this all because, yes, that is the truth. That is the truth. We try a lot of things. Even we that we are moving around the state every day, we see our police officers harassing people. Can she do that for ordinary citizens, as I said earlier? It is so wrong. A police officer should never do that.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mariam, let me come to you.
Okay, so I disagree with him. I disagree with Tope as well. My reason is that, we do have offices, we have what we're supposed to do and carry out, but in between doing that, real life happens. And sometimes it's also a test of character. While you're doing your duty and real life happens, what do you move to? Do you become empathetic, or do you stand solidly on what it is that you're doing? I've seen movies, I would not say that I've been to America, so I've seen movies where orderlies or bodyguards. They know exactly what they are meant to do. You're not meant to step line out of place. And then life is happening. A child is falling over. You know, a car is about to hit someone. You now do something out of your office because you have kindness and empathy. And that's what I want us to see this video as just a mini clip of two people, different levels, have met as woman to woman helping each other. I thought this would be a beautiful clip to watch, you know? Yes, we have our issues with police officers being used for other things that we do not like, but this is not the case. This is woman to woman, governor's wife and police orderly, and they meet on things like this. Many times we have situations where women of different classes and caliber, you know, we find common grounds in some little things. And that's what should be about. Women being able to celebrate doing that.
Imagine if we had seen a video where the orderly was doing her standing firm behind her, and then something happens, and we now see Akili go to try to help. So it's not as if that was her job to fix the area.
This does not show. This does not scenario.
I'm just saying that it could have been. We don't know the full story.
No,
I like Mariam's optimism. I am usually in that category, but I have gotten to a point where I feel like I can no longer sugarcoat the reality of what people are going through. So if we see, and I don't want to seem like I'm totally supporting our last caller, Yakub, either. But the truth is, we don't see enough videos of the Nigerian police helping out regular citizens. We don't. We don't see enough. We don't see the average policeman.
Good story. We don't see those things.
No.
Good stories don't go viral.
I'll tell you why.
In reality on ground is what we see more often is the police penalizing, punishing, and dealing with the regular citizens, the poor, the average to oppressed, and we see them kowtow and serve. Very, very serve the VIPs. They will defer to a VIP. You carry a big car and you disobey traffic rule, they will wave you away. You carry a medium car and you'll be speaking English and explaining. I've been in this situation several times. Me, big car, my regular car, the Borough Post car, and I had a different experience with police officers. I am saying a fact that I have experienced by myself. In the small car, a woman, I was very sick that day. I was eating and swallowing my pill. I didn't even disobey. She pulled aside, check documents. I said, Madam, I'm not feeling fine. I'm trying to get to the hospital. He said, no, don't talk to me. The driver should talk to me. And I kept explaining, I'm not feeling fine. He said, so who do you think you are? And I looked at the woman. The same person, if I was in a bigger car, it would just be wave.
Maybe.
It would be wave and go. I have experienced it. Yeah. So the Nigerian person seeing this video, I am advising the police because remember, I want Nigeria to work. I'm advising the police, I'm advising IGP, stop them from doing this. Because that's why the day they stop me, I will look at the policewoman and I would not feel the love and compassion I should feel for a fellow woman who is standing on the street and respect, because I know that if I was VIP, they would treat me differently. Okay. So we cannot afford to.
So that's a different matter. Good. That's a different conversation, and with something that we need to do, we can put it in compartmentalize this. Yeah, absolutely. We've all experienced that. Let me take this call from Cash and I'll come to UBC. Cash from the UK. Hello, you're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Morayo and others. I like what Papa has said, and Mr. George. Call a spade, please. Call a spade. I like what Papa has done, has spoken well. Papa has spoken well, and Mr. George. Call a spade. Please, that woman totally wrong. This unit of the police, they used to do sort of high service. Please, let this nation stop. It's just very shameful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, BC.
Yeah. So the job of the police is to, aside from the orderly for now, is to guide and sort of protect the VIPs or the politicians or the governor's wife or whoever, you know, they are working with. But they can also do extra things when it comes to saving lives and taking charge of dangerous situations that happen. Life happens to everybody. Your earring falling down is not life happening to you. We must learn to separate it. And it has got nothing to really do with empathy, whether your earring falls down and I pick it up and all of that. What we are talking about is the image we are passing across. So I liked what I saw. When I saw the video, I saw the bonding between them, and I liked it. But because of the uniform, she's not just an ordinary woman, right? That must not be allowed because of where we are intentionally moving to. This is not just about how I feel and how good of a person I am. This is about the position that I carry. There are people who carry certain positions and they will take some very hard decisions because of that position, not because they are not good people. They are good people, but it's separate from the position that they carry. That uniform is a position that you carry. No matter how loving you are and how empathetic you can be, you must be able to separate some things. If it's not a life changing, if it's not a life saving thing that you can do, you can take yourself out of it. It means nothing because you are there to do a job. And that's what we're saying. Watching the video and seeing the bonding between them is sweet to watch. But we know the system. You must, I started by saying that, let your good not be evil spoken of. You must do what you need to do, but you must also pay attention to how every other person will take it, especially if you are in the public space. And this woman is in the public space wearing a particular uniform. That uniform, we're trying to respect it. You must give us all the things you need to respect it.
Maybe the First Lady is in a room and then she cracked a joke. And because she's a police officer, she's not allowed to laugh. Because we're trying to. So is that what we're saying, that life must not happen to you? Forget the makeup part. I've cracked a joke. You dare not laugh.
You cannot laugh.
Because you are in your police uniform. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, you cannot laugh.
You know, we have watched movies of Secret Service and how a lot of Secret Service people.
That is MI. That's the Mission Impossible. That's FBI or that whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
the same thing.
We are not there yet.
No,
we are a work in progress.
I know now.
Because we like to pick and we just pick.
We like to pick. We're going there.
And I know, and that's why I said that it's not like I'm totally against, but like what I've seen, it was,
I liked it.
you know, I didn't see that part where you liked it. It was when Mariam spoke, I started to see it and look at it. Like,
from the beginning I saw it.
Actually, no, but maybe I said I was just like, oh, they started again. You kowtow to the person that you feel, let me serve. Like,
I saw the bonding.
These people are struggling to find Gary to drink. I beg, I don't send. So that was my first response. But I know that it will seem like we're expecting them to be human, you know, because a lot of times these VIPs tend to be so kind to police officers. Like, I've met a seeming VIP person. This person, I met him, I was in Anambra State, and the oddly that was with him, he said this man has been with him for 9 years. He sent the children to school. The children are studying abroad. The man paid the children's school fees abroad. The man would do anything to remain with this man. He said he's built house for him. The VIP was saying how he has transformed the life of the Oddly. The Oddly will do anything for that man. So I understand the fact that if that man, if there is water on the floor, Oddly will carry the man above the water. That your leg may not touch stone.
Not necessarily.
So, but that means the person, the Oddly, is moving attention from my primary assignment to serve this country and protect you for a while to serving a human being, to serving a VIP. So we don't want that. We want a case where Nigerians will feel like this uniform represents me. It represents people that are out watching out for me. I will not stand and the VIP is standing, and because the Oddly beside the VIP would manhandle me. And the Oddly is watching them manhandle me because he's more loyal to the VIP than to the law.
Let me take Francis and I come to you, Mariam. Good morning, Francis from Ojota. You're live.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
This is my first time calling.
Welcome to the
show.
I've been listening to everybody's opinion. To be honest, we are making an honest point. But the question I would like to ask is, what if that policewoman was a male police officer? I mean, I have someone I work with very closely, and I would go to the ends of the earth to do anything for. And if we're in a public place and something happened, I would like to assist. Now, like one of the ladies said, it was a wrong idea for recording it. What if it was a male officer that was standing beside the First Lady and she said, please can you help me adjust this, and that was recorded? Did you ladies, have you thought of the conception that will be out there? We would have tagged it, she's having an affair with that police officer. So for me, I don't think there's anything wrong.
That's true.
To be honest, I don't think there's anything wrong for an Oddly or for a police officer to assist her madam or his madam to adjust a certain thing. Yes, there should be professionalism in whatever we do, but then let's not paint a wrong picture about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mariam, something.
You know, this story for me is also the lens in which you see things. This is the lens of someone who took a video and wanted to make it a thing. Because I'm looking at that person, where that happened looked like a private residence. Like they were sitting, the lady was actually sitting on the armchair. Do you notice the governor's wife, Yes, you know, so it's not, you know, it wasn't, there were no people there, like, it was not an official place right there. So obviously, she's still trying to step out. And so for me, your lens is very important, and that's why I'll go back to empathy. Empathy may mean different things to people, but in English, it's just being able to feel what someone else is feeling. That's what empathy is. And it's maybe as small as helping someone see someone's earring drop and wanting to help the person, or as small as seeing makeup on someone's tooth and wanting to make, you know, that's empathy. That you don't see it as empathy, that's just your lens, you know, but that is how small it is. And it can be as big, you know, and it can be bigger for bigger things like saving lives. So it's important too that when we see things, I just want us to understand that we see it from our own backgrounds, from the way we view life, from the way we view things. If we are positively inclined, if we are kinder in nature, we're likely to see more positive outside. But if we've had to handle a lot of things, we're likely to suspect every move. So
talking about empathy for a second, I mean, imagine you are on 3rd Million Bridge. Remember you're on imagine you're on 3rd Million Bridge and it's 2 a.m. in the morning and your tire bursts. The police is there. It's not his job to change your tires. His job is to protect, right? So his job, he just stays there. He can't change your tire for you. Maybe you're a young girl, you're
but there are videos, have you seen those
so
videos?
I'm just saying that, imagine the issue of life happening to you. As a police, it's not my job. We're trying to build the image of the police. I must not be seen in my uniform changing your tire. So I'm going to stand here and watch you. Now, you are trying to call your mechanic, call everything. My own job is just to stand here. I could have easily helped you.
I know.
Because I am a police. Because that's my empathy.
There are real life.
Those are real life situations.
There are real life Nigerian situations where people have put it on Twitter.
Yes.
Talking about how police officers help them change tire in the middle of the night.
We are saying now, because we are changing the police image, don't change tire for us again.
No.
That's what we are saying.
That's a misconception of what we are saying.
Let's be clear. Let's be crystal clear.
It is a misconception
let me finish.
of what we are saying.
The job of a police officer is crystal clear. It's documented. What you're supposed to do, protection of lives and property. I will protect you. Thieves will not come and raid you because I'm here with my police car. I'm telling you to, you see, Nigerians, as I said, lenses. It's all about where the angle we are in. Listen, I'll let you respond to you. So my question is, that police, because I am in my uniform, should I be seen changing your tire?
When I started the conversation, hold on,
no, I said it. I said that the IGP should make it a rule that any police officer, when in uniform, serving a VIP, should not carry bag.
There's a clause. A VIP.
People can go back and watch it. I was clear. I said serving a VIP should not carry bag or carry umbrella or sin
of the VIP.
So VIP.
Let me pause you.
But
wait. We'll take it step by step. We'll pause. So it's a VIP vehicle. It is the governor, hang in there. It is the governor's wife, the first lady. 2 a.m. in the morning, her jeep sparked up, the tire burst. Her orderly is there. The driver, unfortunately, he's a new driver. He's a freshman driver. He has never in his life changed tire before. The police is there. His job, you cannot be seen. So he's still a VIP. But I'm saying that he cannot change her tire. She will be there. His only job is to protect her, that no thieves come and harass her.
In addition to what she said, I said if there's a dangerous situation, the police
will define danger.
Not earring. Danger is not earring, not handbag, not umbrella. If it's a dangerous situation, you are a police. Your first instinct is to save lives. Do that. Nobody will do a video in the middle of the night by 2 a.m. and insult it. We will applaud the police. We'll give them an award. We must separate the issues. The issues are different. We're isolating this to say these are trivial things that should not get out in public. I did not condemn the video. I said it shouldn't have been shown to the public. It's something that was done in private. They had their bonding moments and all of that. The public must not see it because of the image we're trying to create. But if you show me a police who is helping, whether it's a VIP or an ordinary citizen, fixing tire in the middle of the night in a time of need, that is part of their job description. And we applaud. The police, their job is to save lives. We talked about the middle of the night. Anything can happen in the middle of the night. And as a police that protect your person,
the reason why
we applaud you.
We're having this conversation. The reason why we're having this conversation it's important for Nigerians to see different parts of it. You see, sometimes when things suit us, we have an argument. If it doesn't suit us, we have a different argument. In other climes, A policeman's job is a policeman's job. If you're not supposed to help bring down the cat from the tree, I won't. I will call the department whose job it is to be. Me as a police, my own job is to stand there, is to make sure that you are protected. I won't climb up to carry that cat for you. I will call fire department. Abi?
Yes.
In Nigeria, we might not have that. So I am saying that in Nigeria, my job as the police is to protect you. I cannot be changing your tires, even if you're a VIP. Don't tell me because it's 2 a.m. Because if right now, because I'm a VIP, it's convenient for me to say, remove your shirt, remove your trousers now, help me untain this tire. No, it is not dignified for me to remove my shirt and my uniform just because I want to help you. So I'm saying that let us choose the one.
No,
are we obeying rules?
You are not hearing
or we are not obeying?
You are choosing to hear what you want to hear.
Please tell me.
Miriam has given us examples
no, I want her to
of Nigerian police helping normal citizens.
And we did not complain.
We didn't complain. Helping them in
so
dire situations.
A VIP is not a normal citizen.
No, you're not getting
no,
it.
help me understand.
A
VIP. Let's be clear. A VIP is not a normal citizen again.
Of course not.
They're not Nigerians. We imported them from Asia.
No, you're not.
So who are they?
You're not hearing.
Oh, please let me hear.
There are dire situations where you can assist because it's part of your job description. If I'm protecting you and something dangerous is about to happen, I can step in. But if we're having, it seems like if we're picking on trivial things, carrying handbag, more like servitude, it is not allowed to protect the image of the police. You don't want to hear that one. Whether it's a VIP or it's a normal individual on the street, the duties remain the same. Because he's a normal person does not mean my hearing for the police to stand up and when it's for me. You should not.
So let me
I'll come to you. Let me get to you.
Doctors save lives, police are to protect and serve. We've forgotten the serve part.
Not hearing.
They say duties of police, according to the Nigerian Police Force website, he said the apprehension of offenders, the preservation of law and order, the protection of life and property, the due enforcement of laws and regulation with which they are directly charged. So that's why they are directly charged can cover many things, which is why I will still appeal to the IGP to directly charge his police officers that whenever they are working, they shouldn't be seen to do menial subservient activities. So, and I think that even you will agree that
I get that.
But we shouldn't twist the truth.
It's important for us. So you see, many of these things, many of these things, you can't really, some of them are intangible. You can't even really define what is subservience, what is service, what is difficult. If a bag jumps from up, maybe a cat, push the bag, I have a spiky bag, for example, one of those bags that have spikes in it, and it falls down and hits my first lady's head. Now, pokes her eyes, unfortunately, she goes blind. That is, it's very, the possibility, something very simple. It could even be a banger.
What you use is intangibles.
Yes.
Life is filled with so many intangibles.
We always think we can define it all. So the point I'm trying to make is, the point I'm trying to make is that there will be situations where we find ourselves, where you cannot define, don't tell me what is life-threatening and what is not life-threatening.
You will be surprised. But you know, I know that we're trying to balance, but you know that a lot of our oddlies that are meant to, that 7 VIPs carry handbag, and it's not life-threatening.
It's not life-threatening.
Okay. They carry umbrellas, and you can hold your umbrella.
So, there's nowhere in this conversation. There's nowhere in the There's nowhere in this conversation.
So we agree
on this table. Nobody has ever agreed on this table that police should be carrying handbag. If anybody has, all of us. Let me finish, please. All of us on this table have agreed. Nobody. I don't want to see when we started your view. People thought all we're going to be talking about is we're cooking and husband matters.
Yes.
That's what we were judged because we are women.
Yes.
And we have grown over 10 years doing this show objectively.
Yeah.
So people will see a woman and say, your job is to carry Madame's handbag. It's not.
Yeah.
So nobody will push that here.
Yeah.
What I am saying, that life happens to people.
We agree.
We also agree that when you're uniform, we're trying to change the perception. Yeah. So you have to respect the uniform. However, we must also consider there will be instances when life happens.
So no,
it can happen.
Let me let Mariam jump in.
So this is what I want to say. So we're both, Mariah and I are doing the same thing you and BC are doing. So this is it. Mariah and I have agreed that there are things that police officers have done that we have all condemned here. Carrying bag, carrying umbrella, being your children's oddly. we've condemned it. However, life happens. That's what we're saying. You are saying the same thing in the sense that you disagree with the fact that police officers should be seen doing those things. So we have agreed on that. The only thing that we have sort of disagreed here is trying to find the difference between when something
is life-threatening.
Not just life-threatening. You are saying that the only reason why another person should show empathy or show concern as a professional police officer is when it's life-threatening. And we're saying that in the course of doing your work, in the course of being professional, some intangibles, some things will happen that will cause you to step out of line a bit to do the right thing by another human being. A human interaction. That was just purely a human interaction that was taken out and is being made to be bigger than that. And you know, earlier you had asked that we never see pictures of police officers doing this, doing that. These are the things we see. And I'm saying to you, the person that is taking that video knows exactly the sort of conversation this is going to bring. So what would you do? You take an innocent situation, you put a camera to it so that you can push an agenda, you push a propaganda, and then we're all complaining. We all here understand that we do not want our police officers carrying bags and doing menial jobs, but also there are times in life that life happens to you, and you would want that another person shows you human compassion. Simple and short.
So we have to
just show the compassion to everybody.
Oh, go ahead.
Show the human compassion to everybody. Let's see more of that. And I totally agree with compassion, empathy. That video shouldn't have come out. The person that did it was looking for trouble, and the person should be fished out and dealt with. But the police IGP knows what to do.
You see?
Yes. At the end of the day, we must also be careful. We here understand the different perspectives and how we can see life in different angles, right? A lot of people on the streets out there do not have that understanding. Seeing that video alone has brought down the image of the police. All this English we are speaking, they will not hear it. The next time they see a police personnel, they just assume that these people are just servants to the rich. So we must be careful on the image we try to project.
Okay, let me take this comment.
Okay, please.
A police orderly can carry an umbrella because he or she is the closest person behind the VIP. Protection can be defined different ways. Protection from weather conditions, if possible, is part of protection.
Okay, that's all we can take on today's show. Sorry I couldn't read all the messages, but thank you very much for all the messages that came in. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.